Hi guys, Brian Pitts from Newell Coach. I've had a number of people ask me for a closer look at our cockpit area, and I felt like the best way to do that was to shoot a video for you. So I want to show you what we've got going on up here. I'd like to start with the dash. This is a really nice 15-inch monitor that's easy to see. It's recessed and tilted such that direct sunlight doesn't really bother it. And it has a lot of information besides just what's on the home page. That's all the essentials. But your trip information, tire pressures, brake life, that's the status of all of the luggage compartments underneath. If they are green, they're locked and stowed and good. If they're red, you know they need attention. Steering assist is the device that we buy from TRW that helps stabilize the steering in heavy crosswinds and supplements power steering at slow speeds. You can adjust that on the panel or with the triggers on the steering wheel. These are functions that will display while you're driving the coach. We're not running right now, so most of them are going to be at 0 values, but while you're running the coach, it will cycle through the different monitoring panels. The pre-drive, I really like this. This is your cheat sheet for when you're getting ready to leave. It's got all of the things displayed right now that need to be fixed before you go down the road. Our shore power is plugged in, all of our slides are out, the step is out, the coach is leveled and not at ride height. So it's got a list right here in front of you, like a pre-drive checklist that you can check off. And as you handle those things, they'll disappear from the screen. And then you'll just have a clean green screen with nothing that needs to be done. Brightness allows you to adjust as you're going from daylight to dark. This will be probably too bright in direct sunlight, so we allow you to very quickly change the brightness on it. Settings allows you to change a number of colors on there. If you have a color blindness in a certain color, you can change the background or foreground of the gauges. If you're going to be driving in Canada, you can easily switch from miles per hour to kilometers. There's a number of functions in there. And that's back to the speedometer function. The other thing that's up here available for your information is another 15-inch page that has really all of the controls on it. This is the audio-video controls, climate controls, phone, cameras. It's got 360 cameras that go all around, and they're monitored in 3 places. On the iPad here, there's an overhead monitor up above, and you can switch the views so that you can watch different views on different cameras, which is pretty handy. Mirrors, you touch the pane you want to run and then use the arrows. They have built-in defrosters. Driver's climate control, AV volume, passenger's climate control. This is the tab that gets you in touch with Newell service. It has our 24-hour service hotline on there, our 8 to 5 Monday through Friday hotline, email, and so on, all on this page. Column memory. What this does is when it's set on auto like it is right now, it will just automatically go to your preferred position when you turn off the park brake. When you turn the park brake back on, it will go to your preferred exit position. I have that overridden right now so that we can see the dash a little better, but that's really kind of nice. You're not fumbling around for buttons. It just automatically goes to where you like it. Shade control. I've got a couple of shades down because we have a direct west sun and I needed a little bit of sunblock, but this allows you to run screens or actual blackout shades. Another touch that I really like that Newell has done is they've minimized the size of the A-pillars. So if you'll compare this to other coaches, you've got a lot better field of vision with not near as much A-pillar guides for the shades. They just take the tiniest little bit, about 3/4 of an inch, to keep the shades in order, and it gives you a lot better field of view than you'll get in a lot of machines. The next tab is the GPS tab. This was really very well thought out. It has a primary GPS for the driver and a backup GPS for the passengers. So if you're traveling in a situation where you come across road construction or an accident and you need to plot another route, you can choose which information is being displayed on the big screen. So if you have your primary over here, Then when you need to detour, the passenger can change the routing, and you just switch over and you're getting the information from the passenger side on this screen. The final device is leveling control. So you can do travel mode here. You can do high ride if you need extra clearance to go over a railroad track, normal ride or low ride. And then when it's time to level, you just press auto and it takes care of everything. On this side, we have an iPad, which really runs every other thing in the coach. It's got the most commonly used stuff, lights and shades, plumbing, generator functions, all of that right on the first page. Second page, light controls, shade controls on the third page. Fourth page, there's a lot going on here. You can run the slides from outside of the coach using this device. It's connected to the network in the coach. So if you're in a tight area and you need to see whether or not you're going to clear, that's where you would use that. Same thing with awnings. The utilities allow you to run a number of things, bay door locks, door lock, that sort of thing. All of this is accessible from your cell phone if you're not with the coach also. All the climate control is on this page. The AV is on this page. You touch the system you want to run, and it brings up the controls for that system, automatically turns everything on and sets it up for use. And then the final page is another run through of the cameras that are available. The other thing I really like about this device is that it's removable. So if you have a passenger with you, you can hand the device to them and say, hey, I need some more AC and I don't want to take my eyes off the road right now. And in that, on that subject, this device is also controlled from a multi-indicator knob over here. This is really nice because once you've gotten used to it, you can just kind of memorize all the tabs and what they do, and then you don't have to take your eyes off the road. So say I'm on, let's call it the shade screen, and I decide, hey, I need a look at the cameras behind me. That's one of the tabs. I memorize the button. I don't have to take my eyes off the road at all. You can also switch to your different sources. USB drive, AM, FM, XM, all of that is on there. Volume, changing channels, all of that is available directly from this multifunction device over here. You can also do the same thing with climate control. You can just keep on going. Tell it which device you want to run, passenger side, fan for both. All of it is on this controller. And once you've got that one memorized, it's really easy to just continue to go ahead and keep your eyes on the road, concentrate on driving, and still run the things that need to be run on the coach. There is also a small screen on the passenger side that has much of this same information on it. So if you are driving with someone else, they can also run these things. A few things that aren't directly related to the cockpit that I really like about this coach. It has a number of little storage areas. I don't know if you can see them from those areas, but there's great places to put your sunglasses and the key fob for the Bluetooth ignition and all that stuff that keeps them very nearby. But probably the one thing that really helps me out the most is when we designed the air conditioning system, we built an air curtain right overhead here. There's a little slot that the front air conditioner comes down and separates you from the heat coming in off of the windshield. If any of you guys have driven into a 100-degree day into the sun, you know exactly what I'm talking about. There's a tremendous amount of heat that comes through that windshield. This air curtain separates us from it and really keeps us very comfortable up front. That's kind of the overview of the things we have going on in the cockpit. I appreciate you guys watching.